welcome to Top Growth Financial. We're very happy that you're tuning in today because we wanted to go over something very important, and that is Sherwin Williams stock. And this has been on the rise for quite some time recently, and actually it's been very consistent over the past 5 years, as I'll show you soon. But what is up with it? Is it a good buy right now? Should I wait on it? Well, I'm going to go over all that with you and more. And I'm very excited to talk about this stock today because Sherwin Williams is something that I'm actually very familiar with. I myself paint with my dad. He owns his own painting company, and I've been able to see firsthand the difference that Sherwin Williams makes with their painting products as well as their customer service. Sherwin Williams has a free cash flow type of setup, so they have enough money left over to buy their shares back after they pay their dividends and capital expenditures. And over the past 2 years, they've had over $4 billion in free cash flow that they've been able to use for that. So in this chart, Sherwin Williams in 2017, they acquired Valspar, and earlier this year, Moody's updated the company's outlook from a stable to positive, mirroring the increased probability of rating upgrade. This is just a graph showing Sherwin Williams' total long-term debt in the past 3 years. So what the acquisition of Valspar really helped out Sherwin Williams with was being able to move more into the high-grade industrial sector that Valspar was so good at making. Those high-performance industrial coatings that don't really break down as much over time. So now I want to talk about some of their revenue trends. And over the past couple of months, really since Corona, people have been spending more money on their houses in general, just because they're not going out as much, they're not spending as much money on leisure activities or on vacations. So they're looking for more productive ways to pass their time. This is also allowing people to save up enough money to put a down payment on for another house. Say they're upgrading, maybe they're moving into a new development. I know there's a lot of developers that are very busy right now. And it's also giving Sherwin Williams a lot of business because they're able to sell in mass quantities to these developers. But going forward, I would honestly expect the residential sector to kind of just go back to normal. It's been booming for so long, I feel like it's time that it goes back. Everything seems to level itself out in the long run, but I think the industrial sector is going to be booming soon. I think there's going to be high growth for that, which honestly just means more sales for Sherwin Williams because industrial is where all the money is at. You want to be able to sell in mass quantities and not just be selling to these residential homeowners who are buying a couple gallons at a time. You could be selling thousands of gallons at a time, and that makes a huge difference. So next I wanted to go over their supply chain disruptions, and this has really happened all around the construction sector just because of how much demand there has been. And even though Sherwin Williams is not immune to this, they have significant pricing power in their sector just because of their brand recognition. And I think that plays a big role because companies such as my dad's were willing to go to Sherwin Williams no matter what, even if the prices get pushed up a little bit higher just because of the quality of their products and their customer service. This brand loyalty was also just really shown during the pandemic where they were really customer focused and they would allow for curbside pickup and they would also deliver to a lot of the different contractors. So they really made it easy for people to still be able to get their products. So even though supply chain disruptions can affect a company's product lines, I don't think this is going to be a long-term disastrous thing for Sherwin Williams because I genuinely think that most of them happened because of the pandemic, and as an investor, I don't think you should be worried about them. I would also say these issues will probably gradually diminish as more workers join the labor force. And next, I just wanted to talk about their dividends, the way that they've been able to pay them and to be able to pay them consistently. Over the past 5 years, they've increased their dividend from a 3.4% yield to a 6.7% yield. And right now, the company trades at a little bit of a higher valuation than the industry average. But to be completely honest, I don't think it's that overvalued. I think it's where it should be, but I definitely think that there's going to be a better opportunity to buy in coming up shortly. So next I wanted to go over the tip ranks with you guys to see what other analysts think about this stock and where it's going to be headed into the future. And then I wanted to give my prediction on where I see it and where I think you should buy in at. So let's get started with that. So right now, Sherwin Williams is sitting at a moderate buy, and it's sitting at $304.92 as of right now. So right now they're putting it at the middle price target of an average of $317.64, which is a 4% upside. But to be completely honest, if I was you, I wouldn't buy in now. I would wait. Because when you look at the chart, I think that the value is kind of where it should be, but at the moment I think it could fall back to $250 here in the near future, and I think that buy in anywhere from the 220 to 250 range and buy as much as you can, because this is just such a great company. As I said, their dividend payouts are ridiculous. You're going to be able to add more value to your portfolio just from that. So as I just stated, I would not be buying Sherwin Williams stock right now. I have some in my portfolio, but I bought it a while back at about $220. And I want to be waiting, and I want to buy in again, hopefully when it drops to 280, I'll buy some more. And then if it drops down even a little bit more, I would love to see it drop down to 250, maybe even a little under that, only because that's a perfect buying opportunity, and I think that it's just going to take off in the future. And I will be sending out an update when it hits that price, just because of how much I believe in this company and what they're doing. So I just wanted to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you found this video helpful at all, please hit the subscribe button, share it with somebody else, and also like it. Thank you very much.